I hope that you guys are gonna be able to hear me. It's raining and I'm just feeling really called to put some channeled messages out there. And I have like a really fun one that has been coming through. I swear my entire week I've been getting messages just about opening your channel, and I feel like now more than ever people are awakening their gifts, their clairs, their psychic abilities, and becoming a vessel or a channel where spirit and information wants to move through you. And so a really cool message that I received earlier this week, the best way to practice becoming a channel, it's gonna be so simple and so silly, but I swear that it works, is when you want to give a compliment to somebody and so many times you'll just think it in your head and you don't actually say it out loud. I feel like those are the little tests that we need to push ourselves to go out of our way and say, I really like your outfit, I really like your jewelry, or I don't know, it could be any type of compliment, but that was the specific example I was given that is gonna help open your channel and your clairs, is getting that intuitive download or thought and acting on it. Because the more that we hold it in or we don't act on it, I feel like that is like quieting source or shutting it down, where we need to act on those random instincts or impulses, and it literally costs $0 to give a compliment. And I challenged myself yesterday. I had an eye doctor appointment, and the lady at the front desk, she had a bunch of different necklaces on, and you could tell that like each of them probably meant something, or it was just curated really pretty. And in my mind I thought it, and then I stood there for like 20 seconds and I wasn't gonna tell her, and then I was like, nope, this is spirit. And I don't like to say testing me, but this is a perfect example where spirit is saying, give the compliment, use your voice to and spark confidence or love in another person or another human being. And so I did, and I feel like it's just such an easy way to connect with humans on a different level too. Everybody loves getting complimented, and so that message came through really strong. Is the perfect example to help strengthen your channel and become a channel is acting on your compliments. If you like something or you notice something, give that compliment to that other person. Because so many times I love the videos on TikTok or YouTube where there's mediums, and they'll go up to somebody and say, I know this is gonna sound really weird, but I have a message from the other side if you're open to receiving it. I love those, and I always pray, I'm like, I wish that would happen to me on the street. Like someone would stop me and be like, your grandma's with you or something like that. So yeah, that was just a cool example. Another thing that is coming through, which is going to be very specific to people with dogs, I'm getting a sense that your dog wants to go on more walks with you, and not just because that's one of their favorite things to do or spend time with you is going on walks, but I'm also feeling a sense that it's another way to open up your clairs, and it's really good for your human vessel. Not only to be a good dog parent and take them on walks, but I'm hearing that it's just as beneficial for you as it is for your dog. And especially going on walks where you don't have your headphones in and you're not listening to music or a podcast and you're just being present. If you can leave your phone behind, that's even better too, and just disconnecting. I always love that feeling of when I do turn my phone off or it's on the charger and I'm doing other stuff. I love being unreachable. I don't know, I feel like in today's society, everybody is so reachable and needs to respond like a split second that they get called or get a text message. And one of my guilty pleasures is being unreachable. Like you won't hear from me probably for a few hours, and I don't know, I love that. So if you do have a dog, even if you don't have a dog, but I'm getting specifically for dog owners, that they love spending time with you, going on walks, but it's also they want to go on walks more for your benefit, and it's going to help with opening up all the clairs. And so going without listening to any music and being fully present is really good because all of your senses are being activated. You're focusing on your surroundings around you, especially if you can be in nature on these walks. Listening to the birds or the sounds, even if you're in like a busy neighborhood, like listening to the cars or conversations that are happening on people's balcony and stuff like that. With touch, feeling the sun on your skin, feeling the wind or the breeze, the smell, all the flowers and spring energy emerging. There's just so many things, like little things that you don't necessarily realize by going on a simple walk with your dog. You could even go alone too, but it's more powerful than I think a lot of us realize. And so that's the download that I got earlier this week. I am implementing this new thing with my dog. Sorry, this is going so off topic, but my routine has kind of been switched up because my partner is working in Colorado, and so we're long distance right now. And so it's just me, and I've never lived by myself before, and I'm actually learning to, I'm not even learning to love it. I already love it. And one of the big things is leaving my dog all day while I'm at work, which makes me really sad, and I feel so much guilt. And so I would do a walk around our neighborhood, but it's only like 6 minutes. And so this week I've been challenging myself to get up an extra 20 minutes earlier so we can do our normal long walk, which is roughly like 30 minutes. And I know it's like seems like so much time too before work going on a 30-minute walk, but it has changed my days for the better. And that was the message that kept coming through. Like, yes, I'm doing this for my dog to make sure that he's exercised and like does his business and he's good to be left alone for the hours in the day that I'm gone. But I just kept feeling spirit like communicating during that entire walk, and it's like this walk is just as much as beneficial for you as it is for your dog. And that was the message that kept coming through, because that's something I'm working on this year. Is I really want to start activating more of my clairs, and they said by doing these walks you are activating them. And so I felt like that was just a message that I needed to share with everybody, because I think we're all the same, we're all one and the same. So I think that's a really good exercise that most people can do to help activate that. Another message that keeps wanting to make itself known is regarding the sun. I really hope you guys can hear me. This rain sounds so loud on my car, but the other message that keeps coming through is in relation to the sun. I feel like it is so important now more than ever to make sure that you get sunlight on your skin, on your body, on your eyelids. The sun is activating and it has light codes embedded in it. And the more time that we can spend in the sun, a healthy amount, I guess, not until you're fried and sunburned, but the more we can prioritize being in the sun, the more our physical bodies are going to be activated. And I feel like the sun, just like the rain, also has a very cleansing energy about it. It's that fire, primal energy. It's that ignition that ignites, it sparks ideas. And so I think getting sunlight is a really important factor right now for just as much as like the plants and nature, humans too. The sun is so essential, and I feel like our whole lives they've been trying to teach us like the sun is really bad for us, and I simply just like I don't accept that as a truth. I think the sun is so healing and so beneficial. And something I've been doing now that it's warm in North Carolina is I've been going to the lake. Oh, hold up. There's like a big crane that just landed gracefully on the edge of the water. They're so majestic. I love birds. I am obsessed with birds of all kinds. I think they always carry messages, and I love listening to them in the morning when they wake up. I just think it's so cute, like how much chatter and noise that they need to make and get out of their systems. I find it so fascinating. But something I've been implementing on my lunch breaks, partly why I haven't posted a video in a really long time, is I've been prioritizing the sun on my lunch break. I'll go to the lake and bring a blanket and just eat my lunch and have a little picnic out there. And then when I'm done eating, I lay down and close my eyes and just let all the light codes download into me. And I just wake up so relaxed. I wake up sun-kissed. I feel better. I feel like I look better. I just love the sun. And I feel like I'm so passionate about the sun because the sun wants their energy to come through and let us know how passionate they are about igniting that growth and all the good, warm, fuzzy feelings that humans, plants, animals, water all experience. Sorry, I just had to take a deep breath. I feel like I'm rambling in this video, but I'm gonna take a sip of water. Another thing that I'm curious if other people are also feeling is this need to express themselves on another level that they have never expressed themselves before. I feel like me starting this YouTube channel, that was a really big step for me, but I'm already feeling like I want to express myself even more. And I just feel like this year in particular, we're gonna see so many more artists emerging, creators, YouTubers, podcasters, singers, dancers. I feel like people are so craving just another form of art or a way of expressing themselves that they haven't done before. And for the first time, I feel like it's been safe to do it for a while now. But I think that there's been so much programming of the fear of being seen and perfectionism and fear of judgment that people have been carrying for decades. And I feel like this year in particular is the year where all of that's being removed and we're being invited to lean into these little urges and nudges of things that you want to try or experiment with. And even just talking to this camera right now, like, it feels so silly that I'm just in my car recording, but this is so therapeutic for me too. I love to talk. I love to connect on a deep level with people. And so I feel like this is my form of expression, is being comfortable with using my voice. And for a long time, I've had this huge fear of putting myself out there. And the fear was like always about kind of silly stuff too. It's like, I don't want people from high school to see this, or I don't want my family or my in-laws to see this type of a thing, which is so silly because I feel like those people have been some of my biggest supporters when I do put myself out there. And it's like, and the people that don't like it, I mean, the worst that they could do is leave a bad comment or like share it with someone and be like, this is so weird. But at the end of the day, I'm like, who cares? Honestly, like, who gives a shit if you post something and it's perceived weird or it's perceived in a negative light by other people? It's all about people's perception. What some people will consider art, some people will consider trash, and that's just the reality of it. Is we live in a dualistic world, and that's just the way that it is. But I'm also confident that putting yourself out there, posting your art, posting your music, it's going to attract your tribe, and it's going to attract the like-minded people. And I feel like in today's society, that is also such a big thing, is people are trying to attract a group of like-minded people. And you can't do that by hiding away forever. And so at some point you need to push past all of the fears of being judged, or all of the fears of being seen or disliked or misunderstood. And like getting past that, there has to be greener pastures or a field of wildflowers. Like I'm convinced, and I do not accept anything else. That is what I'm telling myself. But I strongly feel that a lot of people are getting that urge to express themselves authentically. And it might be starting a tarot reading account on YouTube, or a cooking on TikTok, or drawing and creating a coloring book or something. Like, it could be something so like niche specific too. And I think that's the other thing that I put so much emphasis on myself, is I've been on this spiritual journey for quite some time now, it feels like, and I've dabbled in a lot of things, and I know what my interests are and the things that I'm good at, but I've never like stuck with something to really like make it a business, or like try to monetize off of it. And I'm losing my train of thought. There was like a good reason why I was bringing this up. Oh, and I think the reason why like I've had such a hard time in this lifetime like navigating or narrowing or like honing in on what my thing is because it has never been done before. Like, I keep getting this sense that whatever I'm meant to do, like, I am gonna be a trailblazer, and I'm gonna be the one writing my own rule book. Like, there's nobody else that has done what it is that I want to do yet. It's like that's the thing I keep telling myself, is that's why I haven't found that one thing that sticks quite just yet, is because I'm gonna be the one that just pop out and do it, and maybe be an inventor. I don't know. Like, invent my own. That's what we are doing. We're inventing our own reality and co-creating on this beautiful planet. And so maybe some of you feel like that. I don't know why I'm sharing so much about me today versus letting the messages come through, but I think the reason that it is coming out is one person, if it's even just one person, like, someone is going to need to hear this message. And so I'm sure there's people that are listening that might not have found their thing or are still figuring it out in life. And that's 100% okay. You're allowed to reinvent yourself as much as you want. And maybe the reason that you haven't found your specific thing is because it's not out there yet. And you're meant to be the creator of it and be the trailblazer. I think this is definitely the year for the trailblazers, the artists, the black sheep in the family. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know if there's any other messages. I feel like this video has already gotten so long, but yeah, I think the main thing is it's time to open yourself up to be a channel, whatever that looks like for you. It's not going to be the same thing for every person, and that's the beauty of it, is you're the one that gets to discover what type of channel you want to be, because at the end of the day, everybody's a channel. God, the Holy Spirit, universe, they speak through every single human being on this planet. And I think this is that gentle nudge from your higher self and your spirit team and the universe, whatever you believe in, that they are giving you permission to fully step into that, however that feels comfy and safe and expressive for you. This is that green light to do it. But yeah, well, I appreciate everybody being here and showing up and showing out. And sorry it's been a minute since I've posted, but I've just been living life, honestly. But I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their week, an amazing weekend. It's a Thursday as I'm recording this, but I love you all and have a great day.